Hello, my beautiful people, and hello, my perfume lovers. Welcome to my channel. I'm super happy and super glad that you're here. Also, super enthusiastic to do another review for you guys. And if you're new here, my name is Martin and I do perfume reviews. So, welcome to this channel. I talk about all types of fragrances, whether it's niche, designer, dupes, Middle Eastern, you name it. I'm here for that and I talk about that. So, I don't want to waste any time. So the fragrance I'm going to talk about is a fragrance that was super hyped on Instagram and actually on TikTok because it all started on TikTok. You know the algorithm, once you start to like look for a specific fragrance or whatever topic it is, it just not stopping to like show you other and more reviews or videos in general. And I feel like this fragrance oil was haunting me and I kind of got intrigued because everyone was saying something different and I really wanted to just give it a try, and it was super hard to actually find it because the thing is with that fragrance or actually perfume oil, many say that there's so many fakes out there, and of course I didn't want to get a fake, but then actually Notino, which is a store I buy a lot of fragrances from, like an online store, and they had this fragrance. I was like, okay, let me get it because a few hours later I was actually looking for a backup bottle just to be sure, and it was all sold out. So I was actually lucky enough to get one of this, and this is Hareem Al Sultan by Khadlaj. I think it's called like that. It's a Middle Eastern brand. I don't speak Arabic, but I think I actually nailed it with the name. And this one is a beautiful and stunning bottle. I don't have the presentation, the box anymore. I threw it away because I really didn't feel like I need to show it. However, I checked for the sticker just to see that it's an original. It also has the writing. These are supposedly two things you need to check for, because if the fragrance bottle doesn't have the writing, it's usually fake, they say. But I'm pretty sure that this is actually an original, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second. So honestly, I didn't expect much from this fragrance oil because usually I'm not really a big fan of it. Because I don't know, I usually like to use fragrance oils just for layering, but I prefer just regular perfumes and to layer different fragrances. But I felt like, okay, if this is super hyped and the fragrance is haunting me and I'm just keep on seeing like videos, then I'm gonna like give it a try. I think I pay like 15 or 14 euro, which is totally fine with me. As far as I know, this is like the 30 ml bottle. So you do get a great amount. The price is nice, but really what matters actually is the scent. And I actually got myself a little bit on my hand. I'm just gonna put some extra. The thing also with fragrance oils is you do have to kind of distribute them on your skin. And I'm not really a fan of rubbing things on me unless it's like creams or something like that. But when it comes to fragrances, I just prefer sprayers and atomizers in general. But this scent is so stunning. Honestly, one of the best fragrances I've tried this year, if not like in the top five. I remember the first time when I smelled that, I was like, wow. Like I couldn't stop smelling on my hand. Like every second minute, I was just going back and smelling and smelling and smelling. I think this is very intriguing, very seductive, and it just kind of like you cannot stop wearing or actually smelling it. This is like very, it makes you like obsessive like with the scent. It's a very nice scent, and according to some reviewers on TikTok, there's like pheromone inside. I cannot really say anything about that honestly because I think this is something you kind of smell or like realize subconsciously. I don't think that pheromone in general has like a specific smell. However, this they say this is the reason why people get so obsessed with the scent or actually so intrigued by it. But yes, so the real question is, how does it smell? According to the notes, you have rose in here, you have bergamot in here. If I'm not mistaken, jasmine, you have sandalwood in here, oud in here, some spices. Honestly, I don't get any rose, maybe some floral touches. But what I do get, maybe the bergamot, I get like citruses. I get like, to me, it smells like gummy bears, like sweet sour candy, like the synthetic, super sweet and sour kind of candies and gummy bears. And this is actually how it smells to me. I don't get the rose, as I said. I definitely don't get any oud. I don't know where the oud is supposed to come from or how is it supposed to be like to smell, because there are different types of oud, but there's nothing animalic to it, nothing that's like super Middle Eastern as well, like Oriental from the DNA, because usually, especially perfume oils, when they're like from an Arabic house, they're super Oriental and intense. I don't get that at all. I think it's a very sweet, it's a very happy scent, and to me, it smells like, as I already said, super sweet sour candy with citrusy flavor, or like orange, something like that. But the citruses are very much in the like in the dominant part, and this is very linear. I don't see any development when I tried this the first time, and the other times to me there was no big development. Of course, in the beginning you really need to let it sit just to get like everything out of it, but after 5 to 10 minutes you really get the best part, and it stays for like 3 hours, I would say. So this leads me to the next point. Is it long lasting? I don't really think it's that long lasting. I get around 5 hours, I would say, which is totally fine, because honestly, this is not something I would wear on its own. This is something I would use like as a base and then go over with another fragrance. I, for example, layered this fragrance with bitter peach and it worked perfectly. And I think this is the perfect or a great base for other fragrances to use on top of it. And again, you know, like the oily consistency is gonna work, work like a primer. Like when you use makeup, you have the bright primer and then the foundation is really gonna stick on it, so it's not gonna smudge around. And I think it's the same with perfume oils in general, especially this one here. I think you can layer this perfectly with other fruity scents, or this is like something you can add some sweetness to it and then go over top with, like on top with something more woody or floral, whatever it is. I think this is like a great base, and this is what I personally would like to use it for. And yeah, back to the scent in general. When it comes to the smell, as I already said, it's sweet, it's kind of sensual, a little bit playful. This is not really sophisticated, because there was like one girl on TikTok saying, and this was actually a viral video, that where she said, "Yeah, this smells like a woman with her titties out and she's eating grapes." Like, you know, when you think back of ancient times and this specific scenario you see in the movies, I don't get that vibe at all. I think this is more like of a playful and sweet scent. I do think it's seductive, but not really sophisticated, which is totally fine with me. The next thing, as far as I know, this is supposed to be marketed towards women. I don't care about that. I don't really see necessarily men wearing this, but honestly, like, why not? I think there's no gender when it comes to fragrances. I always say that. So I think men can wear this, women can wear this, everyone can wear this that wants to smell good and sweet like candy. So this is it. What else is there to say? Lasting power, I told you. So you can get around 4 to 5 hours. Really, I mean, I think if you're bathing, taking a bath in it, then you're probably gonna smell like that all day long. But I wouldn't recommend it, you know. And also with perfume oils is something you should be careful with, so it doesn't leave a stain on your clothing, you know. But I think if you're careful enough, if you know how to do it, there's like no problem with that. So this is actually everything I wanted to say. Just to sum it up, this is a sweet and candy-like fragrance, fruity, like very on the fruity side, very zesty and very citrusy, but it's like not refreshing. It's just like a very sweet candy. The smell of it, it's very seductive. I do think this is a big compliment getter. I can definitely see people giving you lots of compliments when it comes to that scent. Perfect for layering, or let's say for using like as a base for other fragrances on top. And this is actually it so far. If you have any questions, you can tell me. If you tried the fragrance, please tell me, what do you think about the scent? How does it work on you? If you have any like layering combinations, or like, let's say, ideas for layering it with other fragrances, I would love to know that as well. And if you liked the video, then please hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.